From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
What's that?
Into the air right away is Allen. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Regular. What is that?
Allen. That'll be complete to Cook. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And third and one now.
That's it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, listen.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
What's that?
Play action. Now it's Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen, escaping the pressure right. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
Here we go.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Look out.
To the air, Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Let's go.
Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Allen. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is third down.
What's that?
On play action, Allen rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Bills. Amari Cooper, 40 yards. And the Bills are on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
after the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
What's that?
Play action. It's Goff. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10.
Look out!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Gets this one to Morris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, here's the run with Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now Allen off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Back
to throw. Goff. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10.
We go tonight.
A give right side for Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Motion man is Shakir. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well. Think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
17. Obama.
Now Goff. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
76. Turbo.
Here's Goff. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
What is that?
Here's Coleman. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Half. Good shot.
Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the round is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
In motion goes Patrick.
Hardball. What's that?
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
What's that?
A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that's going to be incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Cut. Super one.
Throwing again is Goff. And this is taken in at the 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
What's that?
On the ground, it's right. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Brock Wright in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
Hey, let's go. Here we go. 76. 76. Value.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Here we go. Hey, Shell. What's that?
From the 50, it's Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
What's that?
Goff now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
What's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
What's that?
Coleman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Half 85.
2nd down in a yard.
Look out.
Cook up the gut. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
2 yards still to go.
Five
3rd down now.
Look out.
Now Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
What's that?
Allen going to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
DC.
Goff now looks to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Got 12. What's that?
Now it's Goff. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
It got his man complete. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
49 yards.
and the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Look out!
They run it again with Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To the air, Allen.
Finding Shakir across the formation.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.